Welcome, viewers. Welcome to Ascended Astrology Starseed Continuum. And my mission is to anchor cosmic wisdom into embodied evolution. And I'm doing that through the cards. And we're taking each zodiac sign and we're going to read. The first row is the tarot, which is what your groundedness is. Then the second row is the oracle support cards. And then the third row is the DMT frequencies. And so today we are on the Gemini reflection of the Gemini season. And I just want to shout out there to all you Geminis. It is your birthday month, and this is a reading for you. Let's see if we can bring anything out that could possibly give you some insight. So we start with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is where we start. And as we're looking at this Queen of Cups, what we see in there is it's a emotional, where it's an emotional wisdom that comes in with that queen. She is wise. She brings in sensitivity and wisdom. So where in your life are you bringing in that sensitivity and wisdom? And now we're going to read vertically because we're going to read the queen. We've said that it's about sensitivity. And then we're going to read the seven, which is the support for the queen. And that seven is showing us that you are awakening to a new sense of listening to your divine messages that are coming in. And then what's supporting the queen and the seven is the six, which is the pioneer. And the pioneer is a way shower. And so that's what's awakening right now for you Geminis out there. And then you move into the next row. And oh, by the way, we have 4 cards instead of 3 for this Gemini reflection, because when I pulled the cards, and that last card, the King of Pentacles, what happened is the star was attached to the back. So obviously, it was supposed to be in this reading. So I will read the King of Cups, and then we'll read the King of Pentacles along with the star in the third row. So let's look at that King of Cups. And so the King of Cups, which we're looking at, is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is about being wise and calm, and you're trusting your intuition more, because the Queen of Cups is about intuition. The King of Cups is bringing that wisdom in. And the card that goes, if we're going vertically, the card that goes with the King of Cups is the 7, which is the mastery level of listening to the divine. It's like you're moving into just a new level of where you're hearing things quicker and coming in. So that's your message, Gemini. And then the card that the frequency of this row is going to be the 5, which is the Leo, and the 5 is the shapeshifter. Because halfway through this reading with the 2 first rows is with the King and Queen. You've got that 5, which is your adjusting to change more. You have that 5, which is the shapeshifter, where things are coming in. And You're allowing change. The frequency is change. It is freedom and it's sovereignty. Hooray for you, Gemini. And then our third row is the King of Pentacles. And that is bringing wisdom into reality. And that's why we say, Gemini, you're moving in to a new level. So we start with the King of Pentacles and we are grounding the wisdom into reality. And then we chose the star right behind it. And that star is a celebration of presence, embodiment, and trusting your journey one step at a time. And then we move down into the 6. And that 6 is soul family. We're in your soul family. And that doesn't have to necessarily be family of origin. This is in your acquaintances and the people in your life that you call soul family. Where's maybe that possibility of that King of Pentacles, where maybe a new business startup? So be on the lookout for a new venture maybe coming in. And then you have the 11, which is Capricorn, and it is the mastermind. And the mastermind is really that place where you're moving up into that fourth level of consciousness and you are starting to listen. Instead of turning that emotion, that King of Cups and that Queen of Cups, moving that into sensitivity, intuition, and the King being wise and calm. This is your opportunity to move things into a higher level. Because you've got the 6, the pioneer, the 5, which is the shapeshifter, which is allowing you to shift. It's supporting you. It's coming in for this reading. And then the 11, which is mastermind. And so our next thing that we're going to do is bring in the bioquantum frequency map that we run for the Aries, the Taurus, and now the Gemini. And we're just going to kind of bring in this and hold up each card. So since this is the third time that we have brought up this frequency map for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, let's just hold up the cards. And I want you to bring these cards right into the center of your head, right into this area, and allow each one to spin. And we're going to build. We're going to build the frequency. We're going to start with the 2, and we're going to go all the way until the 6. So let's just this is just activating the reading that we just did. That was just support. So let's just begin. So now we're going to bring in the 2. And I want you to just gaze at it and just see it spinning in your pineal gland. And we're going to bring up the second code, which is your 22. And this is the code of it's environmental listening. So that's what we've been clearing as we've been doing the Aries, the Taurus, and the Gemini. So just gaze at that 22, allow it to spin, and we're just going to put it, imagine it going right in the center with the hydrogen atom, and that's where we're putting the cards, one on top of the other. Now, we're bringing in the 5. This is your mental awakening. It's like with the Gemini, they have so much air going on that this 5 is allowing that mental programming to just dissolve. And then we're going to go into where this is co-creation with the divine, and we're bringing in the 7. Allow it to just move on top of the 2, the 22, and the 5, and just allow it to just, everything is coding from the bottom up. So we're going to use the 5, and this is your co-creation with the divine. Just gaze at that for a minute. Then we're moving right up into that 3. This is the place where this is your body point. The body point is right here. If you would touch the web right here of the hand, and then the light language is so on, so on, so on. And now we're moving right up into the last, which is your new upgrade, and it is the 6. The 6 is, this is your 6, the 6, and this is your upgrade. This is your new level that you're moving into. Now, I haven't gone into everything that the DMT frequency map holds, but it's enough to bring this code into being. Now that we've covered the reading for the Gemini season and the bioquantum frequency map, now it's time to just look at the cards and really see. I'm going to look at them and I'm going to see what lights up for this reading. The thing that lights up in the first row, which is the tarot row, is the star. And this star is that hope that as you're moving into a new frequency, that the momentum is carrying you into this beautiful new. This is a major arcana card, and it was one of those cards that just the divine just wanted it to come along. So the star, so it really is, you are shining inside and you don't have to go seeking anything. The star has your back. And then the one on the set, the support card that's really lighting up for you is the 6. The 6 in the soul family just means that you have got extended soul family to draw from. There may be somebody approaching you and asking you to maybe a question, maybe a level of service that you can provide. But the 6 is really lighting up, and it's like, you have got this. And then our last card that's really showing up is the mastermind. And the mastermind is really bringing in that you're moving up out of the matrix. It's a higher level, it's a MasterCard, and it's no time, no space, and no timelines. And that's what we're seeing. That just give you a little summary and what's lighting up for this reading. And as we're getting ready to end this reading, I'd like you to, if you want to follow this journey in the Gemini series, like and subscribe. And we will see you on Monday for our Cancer reflection. Thank you, and we will see you again.